1.
To install Flubaroo, you need to be in your Google Drive, click on New, and go down to Google Sheets. Once Google Sheets has opened, you will go to Add-ons, Get Add-ons, type in Flubaroo into the search bar, and then click on the blue free/install button. Agree to the terms. And now Flubaroo is successfully installed. Now, Flubaroo is an intuitive grading system that allows you to grade assignments or quizzes automatically. So let's grade this assignment that I created. Now, I gathered these responses from assessment I used using Google Forms, and then they were generated into a spreadsheet. So now let's grade them. So I'll go to Add-ons, hover over Flubaroo, click on Grade Assignment. Here I can choose what kind of grading option I want per question, along with how many points I want with the question. So let's look at the first one. The first one was just enter the name, so it's going to be identifiers for the student along with the email. And then the rest of them we'll do normal grading because we'll do normal grading, but I also have the option of it being either skipped grading or I can grade it by hand. That way, if I'm not sure if I want to count it quite yet, I can go back and grade it later. And so we'll just leave them the way they are with normal grading. And I can also choose what point value all the way up to 10 I want to give for each question. For this purpose, we are just going to leave it all at 1. So we'll click continue. And then afterwards you choose a key. Now the key, if you want, can be a student that you know will get 100%, but it's better to make your own key. That way you know it's reliable. So we'll use the key that I generated when I took my own assessment. Click continue. And now Flubaroo is grading the assignment. It is now graded. Once Flubaroo has graded your assignment, it generates a new tab at the bottom of your screen that is just for grades. This way, there is an easy way to access your grades. Now, in the top left corner of the Google Sheet, you see the summary. This tells you how many points were possible, the average number of points students scored, the number of submissions, along with number of low-scoring questions. So, as we know, the enter name and enter email were student identifications. So, they were not graded as points, of course. So then the next one is the total number of points each student received, followed by the percent column being the total percent that the student scored. You can, after you have graded the assignment, you can choose to email the grades to the students by going to Flubaroo, add all the way down to Share Grades. Flubaroo identifies which questions, of course, were identified by us telling them, and then you can choose which one you want to send the email address. So we'll do the enter email address as their email addresses. So then you can choose to either share the grade just by email, share it only in their Google Drive, or you can send it in an email along with in Google Drive. You can include a list of questions and the scores so the students can see what the questions were and also what they answered and scored. along with a key. That way they can see if they got it wrong, what the correct answer was. So then we will put in a message, and we'll just put, here are your grades, and click continue. Now all the grades have been successfully sent out. Now you might be wondering why there are color codes on the sheet itself. Well, the red code means that the students scored below a 70%, while the orange in the columns means that on average for that question, the average was below 60%.